Soon as y'all come in the building, this is pure survival. Diddy Glover, he can't sue Netflix and he can't sue 50 Cent. And he feel like the whole world done turned on him. Salute to everybody coming in the building. Mrs. Red, Kelly, Tina Marie, my baby in the building. Salute at the lounge. You know what I'm saying? Ghost, Sado. This is crazy, guys. We must meditate. This is crazy. And I don't know what y'all expected it coming to do. Oh my God. 50 Cent, you have to stop. No more documentaries, Pearls of Marvel. The man is in the hospital suffering. 50 Cent, Pearls of Marvel. And I'm trying to tell you right now, Diddy Glover, I'm trying to hold it together. I'm trying to hold it together for you, Diddy Glover. I really am. Now, I do not know if your lawyers, if your legal team, if your family is telling you to crash out, pure survival, to try to get everyone to feel bad for you, to get us back on your side, Diddy. You supposed to been in the hospital 3 times in the last 3 weeks, pure survival. So now, Diddy allegedly, guys, I'm going to say allegedly, sources close to Diddy saying that Diddy Glover tried to unalive himself, pure survival, because 50 Cent is putting out a second documentary. So what is on these tapes, Diddy Glover, that you want to end it all? You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Gene Deal, guys. Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, and Gene Deal's clip on kneecaps. I'm sorry, Gene, I gotta bring your kneecaps in it just for 1 second. Pure Bible. Gene Deal's kneecaps said that Diddy was not gonna be strong enough to handle no prison. Pure Bible. Now he know that this Tupac shit is out, this Biggie stuff is out. The man can't take it no more. That's why King Kong said that he wanted to kill 50 Cent. The Bible said that he gonna slap 50 Cent when he see him. He said, 50 Cent, I told you once, I told you twice, I even told you 3 times, but you still keep that respect in my dog. And when I see you, I gotta slap the taste out your mouth because you got these part 2 coming out about my dog. So then when I see you, it's gonna be all smoke because you keep talking about my dog. This is why his son is out here crashing out. This is wild, guys. Gene Deal said that Diddy was going to end up unaliving himself. I don't know if he's lying or what, but listen to Gene Deal. He said
Personally, do you think it's possible he might take his life?
It takes a certain individual to prepare himself to do a lot of years in jail.
Wow, it does. Everybody, put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Diddy was trying to take his own life. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think he's doing this to try to get the Netflix special out the way, to make us feel bad for him. Because I think that this is some kind of legal strategy. Now, Diddy, the whole time you've been in there, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember them saying that you tried to unalive yourself. Bible. You was acting like you was strong. You was acting like you found the boyfriend already. I thought that you was already booed up. They showed pictures of Diddy Glover booed up. Bible. You supposed to be in a happy relationship while you in jail. So how is Diddy trying to unalive himself? I do not know. But Gene Deal said that Diddy was not strong enough. Bible.
A certain individual to prepare himself to do a lot of years in jail. From the lifestyle that he had, I'm not saying that he can't. I just don't see him able to do time behind bars.
Wow. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all disagree. Gene Deal said that Diddy Glover was not going to be able to do the time. The Bible. The time was going to do him. We done seen Diddy Glover turn into Danny Glover. We seen Diddy hair turn gray to where he turned to Danny Glover. How do you go from bad boy Diddy to motherfucking a lethal weapon? To Danny Glover. So Diddy's hair turned gray. The man is in there sick. He's depressed. Pure survival. He was happy and Diddy bopping all in the yard with all the boys. Diddy's milkshake was bringing all the boys to the yard. When he first got the forks ding-a-ling, pure survival, his milkshake was bringing all those boys to the yard. And now he's under pressure because 50 Cent put out this docu-series, Pure Survival, and he wasn't able to do the $1 million. Did he try the $1 billion? He tried to sue Netflix and tried to sue 50 Cent. But Diddy does not have the right to that footage. So whatever's on that footage must be so damning that Diddy knows there is more that's coming out. Pure survival. I think it's the Kim Porter docu-series that he worried about. It's the Kim Porter docu-series. Everybody smash that like button if y'all don't care that Diddy tried to unalive himself, allegedly. If y'all don't care that Diddy Glover allegedly tried to unalive him, put a like in that thing. Hit the like button. Pure survival. Because Diddy, I'm not going to sit here and keep crying. I'm not going to keep crying. Because I got to think about the other people that was crying from the trauma that you took them through. Pure survival. I'm not going to keep crying.
Makes sense. But you knowing Diddy personally, do you think it's possible he might take his life?
It takes a certain individual to prepare himself to do a lot of years in jail. From the lifestyle that he had, I'm not saying that he can't. I just don't see him able to do time behind bars.
Wow.
Maybe if he be in a camp type situation, that's a possibility. But based on the lifestyle and what he's done and what he's accomplished, if he had to go behind those bars for a lot of years, I think that he may commit suicide.
Wow. Smash that like button if y'all agree with Gene Deal. Pure survival. Gene Deal said it first. Diddy's ex-bodyguard said that Diddy was going to take his own life, in his opinion. Pure survival. I think that Diddy and his legal team, to me, allegedly put this together. I really don't believe it. You got stabbed last week, sir. Then you went to a mental facility, pure survival, all of these things. But I do believe Gene Deal, because Diddy's used to freaking off, living the high freak off life, pure survival, so it might be too much for him. I think if Diddy really allegedly tried to unalive himself, it may be, I think it's the Kim Porter docu-series.
But based on the lifestyle and what he's done and what he's accomplished, if he had to go behind those bars for a lot of years, I think that he may commit suicide.
Wow.
He do an Epstein.
Wow, Gene Deal said that Diddy is going to do a Epstein. Smash that like button if y'all believe and agree with Gene Deal that Diddy Glover's going to try to pull a Epstein move. Pure survival. Because whatever 50 Cent got on them damn for this second docu-series, and Diddy see and hear about the celebrities. There's so many other celebrities that's coming out that's going to be speaking and talk about their horror, their trauma of surviving Diddy Glover. Oh, Diddy is like, I can't take it no more.
On the lifestyle and what he's done and what he's accomplished, if he had to go behind those bars for a lot of years, I think that he may commit suicide.
Wow.
He do an Epstein.
Why do you think he and pull a Russell Simmons and leave the country?
They was watching him, bruh. They was watching him. And then I think that he had to turn over his passport.
Yes, so Diddy should have tried to leave the country, is what Gene Deal is saying. But he couldn't leave the country because they took his passport. But my thing is, Diddy Glover, why would I worry about you crying? You know what I'm saying? And now you allegedly try to unalive yourself. What about when you had 4 grown ass men crying all at once? Y'all remember that when y'all seen them 4 dudes crying their ass off? You know what I'm saying? Like, so what about that? When you have, how do you have 5 motherfuckers crying at one time? Pure survival. So I can't feel bad for you, Diddy Glover. I feel bad for 5 men's tasty cakes. You have 5 men tasty cakes crying all at one time. Pure survival. Look at this, Diddy Glover.
Did you ever confront Diddy about this?
I kept trying to get in contact with him because all I wanted was an apology. All I kept saying, like, could you apologize? Like, could you just apologize for what I can't talk about right now? But I just wanted to apologize.
And you see this? This grown man was crying and wanting Diddy Glover to apologize for allegedly buttering his biscuit. So I shouldn't feel bad for you, Diddy Glover, if you really did try to unalive yourself. What about these men tasty cakes? You know what I'm saying? This is horrible, guys. Smash that like button, everybody, and shout out to Facing the Truth. Facing the Truth just hit that super chat. She said, Gene said this a while ago. Diddy is beyond rehabilitation. He deserves to be in the bottomless pit of hell. Wow, pure survival. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? And yes, that you see how people feel, Diddy? Smash that like button if y'all agree with Facing the Truth. You seen what Facing the Truth said? Face the truth, Diddy Glover. Look at these men crying, and all they asked you to do was to apologize for putting a dent in their tasty cakes.
Because something was wrong with me, man. Something was wrong.
Did you ever confront Diddy about this?
I kept trying to get in contact with him because all I wanted was an apology. All I kept saying, like, could you apologize? Like, could you just apologize for what I can't talk about right now? But I just wanted to apologize because something was wrong with me, man.
And this boy knew that something was wrong with him. Can you imagine, Diddy Glover, the trauma you took these men through? Pure survival. He hasn't been with you or been in that damn group in all them years. Pure survival. He been having to drive in the car with an extra pillow to comfort his tasty cakes from you allegedly driving it home down his rear end. Think about this, Diddy Glover. So you want us to feel bad for you, but we feel bad for these 5 men that cried all at the same time. Ain't no motherfucking way. So all of them was laid the fuck out, all drugged, and they all woke up with their motherfucking tasty cakes unraveled. So I'm not feeling bad for you, Diddy. I'm not feeling bad for you at all. Because this is horrible. And that boy Ben said what they had to do to get in the industry. Listen to him.
Well, I don't have anybody really agree with me because, you know, certain people sign up to get fucked. Certain people, if you're gonna keep it real, certain people sign up to do the job of paying their rent that way. Right. You know, I didn't sign up for that. I felt like my talent was enough. So now that 4 years later that I have experience in seeing, not putting anyone's business out because, you know, what you do in your personal bed.
That's the same dude right there. From day 26 with Diddy Glover, he said some people sign up to get effed, to get R-worded, Diddy Glover. Some people sign up for that. This boy said he didn't sign up for you to smash him during survival. You know what I'm saying? So what about that? Listen to him very clear.
Well, I don't have anybody really agree with me because, you know, certain people sign up to get fucked. Certain people, if you're gonna keep it real, certain people sign up to do the job of paying their rent that way. Right. You know, I didn't sign up for that. I felt like my talent was enough. So Now that 4 years later that I have experience in seeing, not putting anyone's business out, because what you do in your personal bed is whatever you do. But as far as me, when I go to an appearance, I want to get paid for that appearance. So we never.
He want to get paid for the appearance, did he? He didn't want to get his cheeks clapped. Smash that like button, guys, if y'all feel like that boy right there was a victim. Because I just seen a video. You sitting there allegedly trying to try to unalive yourself to get the people to be on your side. We are Team 50 Cent. Smash that like button if y'all on 50 Cent side. If you guys are on 50 Cent side, smash that like button. If you on Diddy's side, then you can put a 1 in the chat. Because I don't give a damn. Shout out to Face and the Truth. She just hit the super chat again. She said, I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. Shout out to you for having Jesus. And I got Jesus right with you. And she don't mean Jesus. She's saying Jesus. We're not talking about Kanye West. You know what I'm talking about? And this the same boy, a video came out. Look at him and Diddy. Diddy, do you feel bad for him? Do you feel bad for him? Do you remember his tasty cakes? You know what I'm saying? They put a video out with this boy allegedly being drugged on camera. It just came out. Smash that like button. And shout out to this girl right here because she had the tea on that one.
Six just posted the video of his allegations that happened to him at the Hamptons when he was with Diddy and Don Richard. In the video he released, it seems like they were playing a prank on him by waking him up, but there was a couple things that kind of caught my eye. Q's whole body in this video that he released is soaking wet, and he claims that this was all sweat. But then another part of the video, you can see Diddy and he's laying down in the bed, and he looks.
Why is everybody waking up and their tasty cakes are hurting, Diddy Glover? You want the world to feel bad for you and try to be back friends with you? When these men, he had all kinds of water running. I think it was baby oil mixed with water, running down his legs, running through his buttocks, running all through his buttocks during survival. Diddy Glover? Can you explain that? And then you was laying in the bed with the motherfucker. This shit is horrible, guys. Smash that like button.
You from Day 26 just posted the video of his allegations that happened to him at the Hamptons when he was with Diddy and Don Richard. In the video he released, it seems like they were playing a prank on him by waking him up, but there was a couple things that kind of caught my eye. Q's whole body in this video that he released is soaking wet, and he claims that this was all sweat. But then another part of the video, you can see Diddy and he's laying down in the bed, and he looks like he is placing his hands around Q's private areas. And
wow, Diddy was laying in bed, allegedly looked like he's rubbing this man's private part. Why was Q private parts played with during survival? And I was wondering, I said, why is this motherfucker crying like that? Why is it 5 dudes crying? I mean, at once. They passing the same tissue around, pure survival. It got tears all through the shit. And you was allegedly playing with this boy's wiener? Playing with his wiener. This is crazy. And want us to feel bad. It's over 2,000 people. Everybody smashed that like button. Diddy was allegedly tried to unalive himself, rushed to the hospital, trying to get sympathy from us. I really think that this is for him to try to get some legal shit. That's what I think.
You can see Diddy and he's laying down in the bed, and he looks like he is placing his hands around Q's private areas, and people were in his comment section saying this. It was making a lot of people very uncomfortable to even watch this happening.
Wow. Look at the boy in the bed, Diddy Glover. The boy looked like he don't know what's happening to him. They gave him an ecstasy pill, Dawn Richardson, pure survival, pretending that you was a victim, Dawn. When Dawn, you gave this boy the ecstasy pill that Diddy Glover told you to give him this pill. And why is Diddy in the bed with the motherfucker? And the boy look like he's in a daze. Shout out to Maraca, just hit that super chat. I think I said her name right. Did I say her name? Yes. Thank you. So, oh my God, Facing the Truth, hit the super chat again. Pills the Bible. Super chats are rolling in Diddy Glover. You know what I'm saying? Look at the horror that this boy is going through in the bed with Diddy. Wow. Wow.
Q alleged during this Hamptons trip that he released the video footage of that John Richard allegedly gave him a pill that was supposed to be an E-pill.
Wow, look, everybody smash that like button if y'all think Don Richard and Don Richard's five-head, Pill of Bible, knew what was in that ecstasy pill. Diddy allegedly gave her a ecstasy pill to give to this boy. You know what I'm saying? And then he's sitting there hovering over the boy in the bed talking about, how do you feel? Shout out to Peaches. Just hit that super chat. Pills of Bible. Peaches! Everybody, we got almost 3,000 people. Everybody get them likes up, guys. Dawn Richard, you gave that boy that damn pill, and you must have knew what Diddy had in that pill. I just don't trust none of y'all.
During this Hamptons trip that he released the video footage of, that John Richard allegedly gave him a pill that was supposed to be an E-pill, but he found out it ended up being horse tranquilizer. With these allegations...
Wow, horse tranquilizer. They gave him horse tranquilizer. Oh my God. What the hell? Peaches just hit that super chat again. God damn it, Peaches, Pills of Bible. They gave him horse tranquilizer. Everybody smash that like button. It's free to do. Just tap the screen. They gave him horse tranquilizer. That's crazy. Where the hell did Diddy Glover learn how to do some shit like that?
Q alleged during this Hamptons trip that he released the video footage of that John Richard allegedly gave him a pill that was supposed to be an E-pill, but he found out it ended up being horse tranquilizer. With these allegations, Q said that he felt very manipulated and exploited because Dawn Richard also had a pill during this time, and he alleged that she never took hers.
Wow, so Dawn had a pill, but she didn't take the pill. Smash that like button if y'all think Dawn set him up. He said that Dawn didn't take the horse tranquilizer. You gonna give me a pill and then you don't take your pill? Oh, y'all set me up. Shout out to OM Ludacris, just hit that super chat. It don't cost a penny to double tap the screen. Thank you so much. You know what I'm talking about? And that's one of my members. Don't cost them a dime to do that. You know what I'm saying? And the only way that they don't hit the like button, I'll think that they're Diddy Glover supporters. They must be Diddy Glover supporters because this is horrible. Dawn Richardson, you went to court on Diddy Glover. Pure survival. Why didn't you tell the courtroom what you did? Gave that boy that pill, but you didn't take your pill? Oh, I would have known they would set me up, Q. I feel sorry for your tasty cakes. This is crazy.
Allegedly gave him a pill that was supposed to be an E-pill, but he found out it ended up being horse tranquilizer. With these allegations, Q said that he felt very manipulated and exploited because Dawn Richard also had a pill during this time, and he alleged that she never took hers. He has said that this is the part that really haunted him because he feels like they were using him as some type of experiment. He then went on to...
Wow, a freak-off science project. They used this boy as a freak-off lab rat. You know what I'm saying? And Dawn, he's saying that you was a part of it. That's how he feels. He just put this video out the other day of him being drugged. And you can see he's being drugged. And you can see Diddy Glover tugging with his wiener, pulling and tugging from his wiener. You know what I'm saying? And Dawn, you knew it. You didn't even take your pill. You know what I'm saying? This is heartbreaking. I knew that's why, like, something really had to happen to this boy to be crying that motherfucking hard. Ain't no way.
horse tranquilizer. With these allegations, Q said that he felt very manipulated and exploited because Dawn Richard also had a pill during this time, and he alleged that she never took hers. He has said that this is the part that really haunted him because he feels like they were using him as some type of experiment. He then went on to talk about how him being given this horse tranquilizer literally messed him up psychologically for quite a while.
Wow, see? So listen, Diddy, you allegedly want to unalive yourself and you mess people up psychologically. Psychologically, pure survival. He looked so innocent back then, pure survival. Little thin-ass Stevie J mustache. He had a thin Stevie J mustache, pure survival. You know what I mean? So he had no idea what he was getting into. And Stevie J, where the hell are you at? You've been quiet, motherfucker, since Diddy came out, since 50 Cent came out with this documentary. Steven, why ain't Stevie J saying the motherfucking word? Somebody contact Steven so we can find out how you feel about this documentary. Because 50 Cent still gonna put this shit out, regardless if Diddy's legal team told him to take some pills or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? Or say that you try to take your own life. Whatever the case may be, it's not gonna stop 50 Cent from bringing this shit out. It's too much stuff hitting the fan
during this time, and he alleged that she never took hers. He has said that this is the part that really haunted him because he feels like they were using him as some type of experiment. He then went on to talk about how him being given this horse tranquilizer literally messed him up psychologically for quite a while, which could very well explain Q's behavior on making the band that we all saw when he would flip out and nobody really understood why or what was happening. His band.
And I remember that when I used to watch Making of the Band and this boy used to be acting weird as hell. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with the motherfucker? Like, he was totally different when he was on Making of the Band. But it was like he seemed like spaced out. Like, I think Diddy literally targeted him personally, pure survival, because of that thin Stevie J mustache. Smash that like button if y'all think that Diddy Glover targeted his tasty cakes. That Diddy saw him and then targeted his tasty cakes. Because there's no way. It's like he sent Dawn to sick him. Like, Dawn, go get them tasty cakes. I like that, daddy, and I like that, mommy. Go get me them cakes.
He then went on to talk about how him being given this horse tranquilizer literally messed him up psychologically for quite a while, which could very well explain Q's behavior on making the band that we all saw when he would flip out and nobody really understood why or what was happening. His bandmates kept asking him what was wrong. They kept wanting to know what was going on with him. And the one particular scene where his mom is even there and said something very deep is going on with Q.
Wow. So his mother knew something was deep. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Third Eye telling y'all, man, y'all got to hit that like button, guys. Third Eye, you told him right. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, guys. You know what I'm saying? Facing the Truth has just been tearing up that super chat during survival. You know what I mean? 3,000 in the chat and only 400. I know that's crazy, the motherfucker, right? And I can't even see the 3,000 on my side, pure survival. But they must, like I said, they must be Diddy Glover supporters. But his mother knew something was wrong with him. You know your mom know you. Your mom looking at you, you walking funny, like your back was blown out. His mother saw that his back was blown out,
wanting to know what was going on with him. And the one particular scene where his mom is even there and said something very deep is going on with Q. And this is Q's prior post about this situation in the Hamptons. Said, I take full accountability for what I allowed into my life because in the end, I had a choice. But let me be candid. I genuinely believe that I was taking something that I've tried before, but it wasn't E. It turned out to be horse tranquilizer given to me by my ex-girlfriend who claimed it was from her boss to give to me. Roughly 20 minutes after swallowing that red pill, my body heated up and I collapsed into unconsciousness.
Wow. Soon as he took the pill, his whole body just collapsed. He went unconscious. After Diddy, the pill that Dawn gave Diddy, the hand to that boy Q, his whole body just fell apart, pure survival. And then woke up and his back was all the way on the other side of the room. How do I wake up? Diddy's in the bed. You know what I'm saying? With the front part of my body, and my back is all the way over there, blown out. My whole back is over there, blown out. Smash that like button, guys. This is horrible. This boy got his whole back blown off. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy.
Genuinely believed that I was taking something that I've tried before, but it wasn't E. It turned out to be horse tranquilizer, given to me by my ex-girlfriend, who claimed it was from her boss to give to me. Roughly 20 minutes after swallowing that red pill, my body heated up and I collapsed into unconsciousness. I remember being on the upper level of the mansion near the pool and then nothing. I later woke up in a room downstairs, lying in a bed with no memory of how I got there. I emerged from a deep and paralyzing sleep, screaming and sobbing. My body was in shock.
Wow. He woke up screaming and sobbing. His whole body was in freak off shock. Pure survival. These were the horrible things that Diddy Glover allegedly did to this boy and others. So why would we care about you being in the hospital, Diddy Glover? If you think this gonna get us back on your side, I told you we team 50 Cent. We want to see the part 2. Smash that like button if y'all guys want to see part 2 documentary. If y'all want to see this other footage that 50 Cent said that he's about to release, smash that like button. We want to see more, Diddy Glover, because these stories are horrible.
My body heated up and I collapsed into unconsciousness. I remember being on the upper level of the mansion near the pool and then nothing. I later woke up in a room downstairs, lying in a bed with no memory of how I got there. I emerged from a deep and paralyzing sleep, screaming and sobbing. My body was in shock, my mind spinning in confusion. Horror of realizing that I had been given something far more potent than what I was led to believe shattered me. There were
Wow, far more potent, and it shattered him. Do you understand? That's why I said that Q got his back blown out to where it shattered in pieces. Can you imagine the front part of your body is right here, and this other half, the whole back, is all the way in the corner, and you got Diddy Glover looking at you and talking about, I like that, daddy. Ooh, I like that, daddy. Go over there and pick your back up. And it was blown out. This is crazy to where it shattered. Diddy blown this boy's back into pieces. He's saying this shit.
Nothing. I later woke up in a room downstairs, lying in a bed with no memory of how I got there. I emerged from a deep and paralyzing sleep, screaming and sobbing. My body was in shock, my mind spinning in confusion. Horror of realizing that I had been given something far more potent than what I was led to believe shattered me. There were 2 red pills. She never took hers. That part always haunted me. It felt less like a shared experience and more like an experiment.
Wow. So he thinking he's sharing the experience with Dawn while Diddy Glover's right there, pure survival. And then he come to find out he was a freak off science project. He was a freak off science project. You know what I'm saying? So they was experimenting on him, already had plans for his back to be blown out. And Dawn know that his back's about to get blown out. Pure survival. Diddy Glover probably paid her some money. Look, I want your boyfriend. It already showed in the documentary. If you in a relationship and Diddy want who you with, Diddy's gonna get who you with. Pure survival. So Dawn sold his back out. While Diddy blown this back out, Dawn sold his back out. That's crazy, guys. Smash that like button. Everybody tap the screen. It's free to like. This is some real shit going on here.
Robbie, my body was in shock, my mind spinning in confusion. Horror of realizing that I had been given something far more potent than what I was led to believe shattered me. There were 2 red pills. She never took hers. That part always haunted me. It felt less like a shared experience and more like an experiment. Like I was a lab mouse in some twisted trial to see how fast I collapsed. And none of it was funny. It was terrifying. My trust had been manipulated and my vulnerability exploited. After I came to, I began experiencing disturbing psychological symptoms, auditory hallucinations, racing thoughts, intense paranoia, and crushing anxiety.
Wow, you see how Diddy Glover been left people with trauma, anxiety, depression, all of this stuff? And then guess what else I heard allegedly? That 50 Cent got Ali Carter. Y'all remember the girl, the little buck teeth little girl that was talking about the industry? So 50 Cent not only going to expose Diddy Glover, this is why he was posting pictures of Jay-Z and Jay-Z's creepy ass hairstyle, pure survival. So he got Ali Carter and Ali Carter's buck teeth going to tell about what happened to the children. You remember the girl kept always talking about what happened to the children, and she was talking about Diddy Glover and all these other celebrities. This docu-series is going to be crazy, guys. This docu-series is going to be crazy. It's nothing you can do, Diddy Glover, to get the people back on your side. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to hear what Ali Carter's going to say. Because this girl's been talking for a long time. And everybody, I even thought that she was crazy. I'm like, that little girl lying her ass off, pure survival. But come to find out, 50 Cent got her on a docu-series. Everybody smash that like button.
Okay? Trust me. I'm saying I'm just trying to help y'all understand. You stay with me? I'm trying to help you understand. Repeat that. Because I'm not saying this is what happened. If there's a round of kids, it's the trafficker. P. Diddy gets a round of kids. Let's say that round of kids had Justin Bieber in it. There's contracts, okay? There's contracts for codes within that person. So they can take a remote and turn that person off.
Wow. Do you see this? Ali Carter, this girl was a survivor. This girl was a survivor of Hollywood and Diddy Glover and all of these demons. She said that it's a remote. It's a remote, a freak off remote control. You know what I mean? And the sad part about it, she was talking about it's how they control the kids. Like Justin Bieber's Tasty Cakes, like Orlando Brown's Tasty Cakes. Smash that like button for Ali Carter, guys. Y'all got to give it up to this girl. And for 50 Cent for getting her, oh, she going to say some shit.
Okay? Trust me. I'm saying I'm just trying to help y'all understand. You stay with me? I'm trying to help you understand. Repeat that. Because I'm not saying this is what happened. If there's a round of kids, it's the trafficker. P. Diddy gets a round of kids. Let's say that round of kids had Justin Bieber in it. There's contracts, okay? There's contracts for codes within that person. So they can take a remote and turn that person off.
Wow.
Britney Spears, when they want to. Lindsay Lohan, when they want to. Amanda Bynes, when they want to, okay? So let's say there's a contract.
So it's contracts on them. Shout out to Peaches. Hit that super chat again. Pure survival. So it's contracts on people in Hollywood. That's what they do. They corrupt you. They butter your biscuit. And then they put a contract on your head and pass you around the industry like a frisbee. Pure survival. And 50 Cent exposing it all and got all of the victims.
Or Justin Bieber. When P. Diddy has a hold of Justin Bieber, he now owns half of those codes.
Wow.
If Usher had the same contract and trafficked Bieber out to P. Diddy, okay, Usher and P. Diddy now have parts of Justin Bieber's contract. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if one...
Wow, smash that like button if y'all agree with the girl saying. If y'all believe, agree with Ali Carter, which is a victim and a survivor, she said that the contract, Usher had the contract and then gave it to Diddy, and then Diddy Glover, you know what I'm saying? Like it's, oh, yo, this is crazy, guys. And Usher, smash that like button if y'all think that Usher turned Justin Bieber over to Diddy Glover, knowing what was going to happen.
If Usher had the same contract and trafficked Bieber out to P. Diddy, okay, Usher and P. Diddy now have parts of Justin Bieber's contract.
Wow.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So if one goes down, the other side of the code has to go down. If there's a property linked to that person, Kevin Hart, because they had something to do with the trafficking of Bieber, then their property...
Whoa, she said Kevin Hart had something to do with this shit too. Pills of Bible. Smash that like button. That's crazy. And Kevin, we saw you at the freak offs. We seen the film, Kevin. We seen them little Chucky doll sneakers at the freak off.
There's a property linked to that person, Kevin Hart, because they had something to do with the trafficking of Bieber, then their property will go down because there's a code to that property. There's a code to everything. Your social security number is like a code. Okay, but depending on the level of MK Ultra, people have auctions for the codes on that person. So they can use a remote to them, like a TV, and shut them down, turn it up, use somebody else, change it whenever they feel like it. Bookmark it. Trust me. Trust me, bookmark it. Okay? I know it's probably not gonna make sense right now, but bookmark it. MK Ultra is
This girl is a traffic survivor. This
but to get MK Ultra to take hold the way it needs to be, it has to involve satanic ritual abuse, extreme trauma, humiliation, just evil on a level.
wow, so they said it's satanic. They said it's satanic ritual shit that they do in Hollywood. Smash that like button if y'all agree with what they're saying. They said it's satanic. She was a survivor that escaped, and it was the satanic rituals. Like she said, they have remote controls on your career, remote controls on your tasty cakes, remote controls on your motherfucking life. You seen when Justin Bieber got away from Diddy, and Diddy walked up on him like, how come you ain't been calling me in a while? How come you ain't been texting me? I ain't been seeing you. We ain't been hanging out for a while. You know what I'm saying? Because Justin got away from the remote control, the freak off remote control. But it's Hollywood rituals, man. This shit is sad. Everybody, tap that screen. You know what? I'm about to get out. I'm about to get off here, guys, because there's too many people in the building. If everybody not smashing that like button, it's no sense of me being on here. You know what I'm saying? Really bringing y'all the goddamn juice and showing y'all why we should not feel sympathy for Diddy Glover. Okay, you supposed to been in the hospital like 3 different times this month. Now you trying to take your own life, allegedly, sir. But these victims, these people that survived, why can't we see what 50 Cent got to say in that other documentary? You know what I'm saying? Without you doing these publicity stunts.
You can't imagine. Extreme trauma, humiliation, just evil on a level you can't imagine. I don't care what you all think about Trump. I'm not sure what I think about Trump, but he is telling you the truth on a lot of things. You guys just don't understand what he's saying. When he's saying they're eating the cats and dogs, he's preparing your hearts and your minds for the fact that satanic ritual abuse is about to come into the light in a big way. Voodoo is about to come into the light in a big way.
She's talking about voodoo and people doing voodoo and putting their dinglings in your doo-doo.
The base and the foundation first.
Hold on, wait, come on, let this girl talk. Let Ali Carter talk.
Can say, yeah, there's times where a point in your life where you're just like, I just want somebody to give a damn. I just want somebody to see me, and I just want somebody to love me, okay? So I was there a lot because I've been abused a lot. And after a certain point, I went really numb, didn't care. A lot of people that were with me called me a traitor because they felt like I just left.
Now, do y'all hear how sad this is? She felt like she was feeling love. Like the girl said that she was sex trafficked. You know what I mean? Through Hollywood and all of this stuff like that. They called her a traitor because she wanted to get away from this stuff. But she was like, you know, getting passed around and getting her cheeks clapped and making dinglings disappear and stuff like that because they made her feel like, look, this is the way to feel loved. This is the way to feel love. Smash that like button if y'all think that this is horrible, guys, that this girl went through as a young girl.
People can say, yeah, there's times where a point in your life where you're just like, I just want somebody to give a damn. I just want somebody to see me, and I just want somebody to love me, okay? So I was there a lot because I've been abused a lot. And after a certain point, I went really numb, didn't care. A lot of people that were with me called me a traitor because they felt like I just left. I'd be mad at me too, because I stopped giving a shit about anything. I didn't care. It all just.
Wow, this is crazy, guys. What the hell?
Angry, still really hurt, and we're still not getting anywhere. So I didn't care, okay? And to be in a room where people promised you the world, at one point you just go numb. So
Now, y'all hear that? The people in Hollywood promise you the world. Justin Bieber said it. All them other young kids said that. That's what they do in Hollywood. They promise you the motherfucking world. Pure survival. They promise you the moon and the stars. But then you wake up and your whole back is blown out. You wake up years later with nightmares. Diddy Glover freak off nightmares. You know what I'm saying? All of them people in the industry. I'm sorry, because it's all over money and power and human tasty cake sacrifices. Everybody smash that like button. This is horrible. We need to make a change in the industry, and we got to get this video out there so other young kids know, look, you don't have to do this. This is a survivor. Ollie Carter, this girl is a survivor, and you can survive too.
in a room where people promised you the world, at one point you just go numb. So things of me that probably don't make sense, but I was a kid. And all of this situation, everything that we're talking about, everything that I've been talking about, I was under the age of 18.
Wow.
Let's start there.
Wow. Y'all better smash that like button, guys. This is a survivor. She was under 18. She was a minor. So we can't look at her and say, Ollie Carter, you in the buck teeth. Come here, you in the buck teeth. You was grown enough. Your teeth was grown enough. She was under 18. Pure survival. She was under 18. You know, this is horrible. This is horrible.
And all of this situation, everything that we're talking about, everything that I've been talking about, I was under the age of 18. Let's start there, okay? I was sold a lot in foster care.
Wow.
A lot of stuff happened in my life with the family I was with. Okay, CPS reports go back to 3 months old. I remember 4 years old, and everything took off from there, all right? So never in my life did a lot of the stuff seem wrong until I met this twin of mine. Nothing seemed wrong. I'm telling you the God honest truth to me, and even when I met her, I was just like, it's fine.
And that's why she was so thrown off, because she was in foster care and all of that shit as a kid first, before Hollywood got a hold of her.
These freak-off parties, they're not freak-off parties. There's a lot that happens. There's life-size wheels that people attach children to and spin it and decide who's having sex in what way.
Whoa! Did you hear what she just said that happens at the freak-off parties? That it's a lifestyle-size wheel that they spin and they pick out the minors. This is crazy, guys. Like, oh my God, y'all got to get them likes up. Did y'all hear that? That is sad.
And I used to think that if I wasn't yelling and screaming, that wasn't rape. Not true either. There is a lot going on with this case. These freak-off parties, they're not freak-off parties. There's a lot that happens. There's life-size wheels that people attach children to and spin it and decide who's having sex in what way. There are so many things. There's body cakes, there's party favors, and I'm talking like, you know how you put up a little birthday bag, like when you go to a birthday party, and before you can leave, you take one of those little birthday bags off the table, and then there's toys and like all this stuff for coming to the party. Yeah, instead of that, there's children. They call them
Whoa, oh my God. Children's as party bags? Guys, we almost got 1,000 likes in the building. We need 200 more people to smash that like button, like literally right now. If you ain't gonna do it for me, at least do it for the damn children. Did you hear her say at the freak offs the kids was like party bags? Like bags of motherfucking potato chips. Where are these parents at? These parents need to be held accountable too. Pure Bible. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. That is crazy. Am I hearing it right? Did she just say that?
There's party favors. And I'm talking like, you know how you put up a little birthday bag? Like when you go to a birthday party and before you can leave, you can take one of those little birthday bags off the table. And then there's toys and like all this stuff for coming to the party. Yeah. Instead of that, there's children. They call them party favors.
Wow.
Okay.
Children as party favors. That is wow.
I'm really trying to spit this out. I'm really having a hard time tonight. I'm really having a hard time tonight. And I do not know why. I'm really having a hard time tonight.
And you can tell that that's heart-wrenching for her. Her speaking about this why she's like, I'm really having a hard time tonight to get this out of what happened to me. You know what I mean? She was a kid pulled into this shit. Allegedly. Pure survival. This is what I've been hearing about this girl, Ollie Carter, for a long time. And if 50 Cent picked her up, oh my God. Of course Diddy gonna want to unalive himself. Pure survival. He don't want this shit to get out. She's talking about children and shit. That's why I think it's going to be worse if 50 Cent put this second documentary out. And it's because I'm not saying Diddy did anything to any kids, but they've been mentioning kids at parties for a long time. But I didn't see no kids come out. If they got somebody like her speaking about this shit and she was a victim herself, oh my God, we need 99 more people. Smash that like button. Look, tap the screen. I'm gonna show y'all. Look, boom, hit that screen. Look, and I got snow. Look, this is what my woman does, man. She's like a decorating, goddamn super decorating person, and she got snow all over the damn place. Pure survival. So if y'all wondering why y'all see this white stuff on my face, don't look at me like I was at Diddy's freak off dungeon. Pure survival. Don't look at me talking about Jamil. What's all that white shit on your face? It is snow that she put all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let you look. It's snow everywhere. Look at this. This is what she do. I don't know how she make the motherfucker snow or not, pure survival, but this is not cum. I'm not gonna let y'all say Jamil got sperm on his face. I'm just not gonna let y'all say that. But this girl, this is horrible.
Hard time tonight. I'm really having a hard time tonight. And I do not know why. I'm really having a hard time tonight. Because I've had to stop everything and turn around, and we're doing this again. And the thing is I can put out information, but it's not until you guys get slapped with more information that people are like, okay, that's true. I get it. Don't just take one word and just go with it. But a part of my brain right now is just not doing well. So, okay, because I'm just like, all of this, I can drop it. I'll just put up.
And you can imagine how innocent this girl was. Like, you see her now as a grown woman, pure survival. You know how you got the little kids, the little buck teeth kids like this, with the little buck teeth, real innocent, pure survival. You know how many buck teeth kids I had that was my friends in school, pure survival? I used to have buck teeth. So you're real innocent when you have buck teeth. They looked at her and saw them buck teeth. Diddy was like, come on. I like that daddy. I like the buck teeth daddy. You know what I'm saying? But she not seeing what's going on. Y'all got to smash that like button. Like, this is just crazy. I'm glad she survived, though.
Not gonna like me. I'm just telling you right now. You're not gonna like me. I want to spit the information out.
And you can spit it out, Ollie. Spit the information out. After all you went through, like, she was trying her hardest not to tell everybody what was going on. You know what I mean? And Phony, when you ask why I say pure survival, because it's pure survival. That's why. It's nothing easy for me to explain. I'm not mad at you for asking. Pure survival, because some people be wanting to know. But it's pure survival. That's what this is. It's about surviving the industry. It's about surviving your boss at work. It's about surviving your wife that gets on your motherfucking nerves. It's about surviving your husband that you can't stand. It's all about survival. You know what I'm saying? And 50 Cent is helping us survive by exposing all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Pure survival is a very big thing. It's a very big thing. You know what I mean? And this girl, like I said, is a survivor.
I have a lot. We have decades worth of information. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Okay? But I'm trying to, and everybody's like, just do it. Yeah. But see, here's the thing. You're not sitting right here. You're not sitting right here. And this, it cuts deeper than probably a financial problem. It cuts deeper than a spiritual problem. It cuts deeper than a location problem. It cuts deeper than a soul problem. Okay?
I feel like she was scared to tell. At this time, she was scared to tell. Because she kept saying, like, everybody telling her, Ali, tell us more. But I bet you 50 Cent, she feel comfortable telling everything.
After you know what's been done? After you know.
That's a money issue.
That's a money issue, right?
You don't care what happened to the kids. You don't care about your integrity.
That's not.
Yes, Ali, you got to spit some more out at least, or we'll wait for the documentary. But this girl has been saying shit forever, though. I'm not going to lie. She really has. That's why it's going to be deep.
P. Diddy.
It's going to hit hard.
I know a lot of you have seen P. Diddy get guardianship of a lot of young kids. That means he holds their contracts. I know you've heard me talk about Ali's contract and how often it gets auctioned off.
Wow, see that? How P. Diddy gets the kids' contracts. They had a contract on her. And y'all know, like I said, with the Justin Bieber stuff and everything, I never knew about that it was contracts, though, that you signed the kids over. This I just had a scammer just call my motherfucking phone. But this was like freak off slavery, guys. Smash that like button.
That come from that when it's auctioned.
So much. Like what he promised Lil Wayne at a young age. Because we share the system together. Share a birthday together too.
I know a lot of you have seen P. Diddy get guardianship of a lot of young kids. That means he holds their contracts. I know you've heard me talk about Ali's contract and how often it gets auctioned off, and the things that come from that when it's auctioned. So when you're seeing that he was a guardian for these children, he's holding their MK Ultra contracts is what that translates to.
Wow.
Were you the only child at this party?
No. Not at all. I hear so many kids at this party.
And she said she was not the only kid at the party. She said it was so many other kids at the party. Guys, we need 40 more likes. 40 more people tap that like. We hit our 1,000. We ain't even worrying about hitting the likes no more. You know what I mean? That's the threshold. But she said it was more kids at the party than just her at the freak off.
Were you the only child at this party?
No. Not at all. I hear so many kids at this party.
Were there also so many celebrities?
Yep. That whole they leave at a certain time is not true. Everybody has to take DNA test.
Oh, you heard that? You remember when all the celebrities were saying, look, I left the party at a certain time? She said, no, they got to take a freak off DNA test, all of this shit. So it wasn't no leaving the party early. Everybody all kept talking about, oh, I left the party early. No, she said they didn't leave the party early.
Were you the only child at this party?
No, not at all. There's so many kids at this party.
Were there also so many celebrities?
Yep. That whole they leave at a certain time, that's not true. Everybody has to take DNA test, saliva test, blood tests, give up your phone, give up information, any trackers or locations, no weapons,
Wow.
no cameras.
And I done seen Diddy take phones on camera.
So I'm sorry that anybody that's running in those circles, whether they claim to have left early or not, is a bunch of bullshit. Because if you left early, but you knew kids were there, and you did know, you don't run in those circles and not know that.
Wow, and that's a good point. If you left the party early, but you knew that kids was there, you just as wrong. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sato hitting that motherfucking super chat. Pure survival, Sato. And Sato's one of my damn members. Shout out to all my members. And if you want to become a member of the Pure Survival channel, come on and be a damn member. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. If you left, listen, everybody put a one in the chat if she's right about that. If you left the party and you knew that allegedly there was kids there, you're just as wrong as if you stayed. Put a two in the chat if you don't think it's their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like that it's good that they left. But why would I leave knowing that there's kids in them? I would have felt uncomfortable as a motherfucker. I'm telling you, I would have turned into Tekashi 6ix9ine. I was going to snitch on somebody. Shout out to my baby telling y'all to smash that like button. I would have told, because there is no way. I'd have been like, kids in this motherfucker?
Is a bunch of bullshit. Because if you left early, but you knew kids were there, and you did know, you don't run in those circles and not know that. If someone is willing to rape a child, they have no integrity at all. So that means they're also liars. That means they probably also murder people. That means they do a lot of shit. Because the lowest bar that you can set for yourself is to not hurt kids. And if you can't hold that bar, you can't hold the bar for anything else.
Wow.
So saying I left early from a party where children are being brutalized and raped and sodomized and used in bestiality and satanic rituals is not a plausible explanation or excuse or a pass.
Wow. This is crazy. And she looks so spaced out. That's how you could tell something happened to this girl, because she just looked so spaced out just speaking about it and hearing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it's just horrible, guys. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, guys, allegedly Diddy tried to take his own thing behind this 50 Cent shit. I know it's a lot going on. You see King Combs came out threatening to slap 50 Cent like Will Smith. It's so much shit happening right now. So Diddy is under a lot of freak off pressure. Like, I'm not gonna act like he's not under a lot of freak off pressure, because now the world can see things that happen.
And once you wrap your head around that satanic ritual abuse that's going on, then we can get right into the MK Ultra. And to me, that's the worst of the worst.
I don't know what happened. My brain just shut down. I just can't. I'll come back on here when I can. I'll be back tomorrow. Give me till tomorrow. Shirt and shoulders, hold on half the affidavit, just wait a second. And I'll drop one. But that doesn't matter. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't matter until it matters. People can drop evidence all day. You got shit coming out left and right. It doesn't matter until it matters to somebody that is personal.
It matters. What are you going to do? What changes are you going to make in your life? You going to keep idolizing these people? You going to keep supporting them with your money? You going to go watch their trafficking movie, even though the traffickers are funding the movie? And
wow. So if y'all gonna keep idolizing these people, like she said, knowing that these people is like this, allegedly, y'all gonna keep spending y'all money, y'all gonna go to the theaters, because it's not just Diddy Glover. It's a whole industry full of these type of demonic entities. It's a whole industry full of these demonic entities. Smash that like button, guys. This is crazy.
It doesn't matter until it matters to somebody that is personal.
It matters. What are you going to do? What changes are you going to make in your life? You going to keep idolizing these people? You going to keep supporting them with your money? You going to go watch their trafficking movie, even though the traffickers are funding the movie? And it was about a fictional trafficking situation when you could have just talked to any survivor and they would have given you more information. Like, everybody needs a come to Jesus meeting. Everybody needs a reality check with their life. Things are not what they seem. You're either gonna keep going down that road and keep your head in the sand, or you're gonna get shaken to your very core, and find that righteous indignation deep inside and say, this is enough. These children are on our watch. There are children still being harmed and hurt and brutalized and have animals turned on them sexually and are having their face rubbed in their own vomit if they get sick. They're being beat if they start their period. You don't understand what they're doing.
Wow.
But that's on our watch. That's on my watch, and that's on your watch. So it's up to us. What are we going to do about it? Are we going to continue to allow it? Or are we going to start holding people accountable? Are we going to hold people's feet to the fire and say, this is enough, this is not going to happen anymore?
Everybody, when I was younger, they let it happen. When I went into foster care, nobody did anything. Nobody called to check. I was missing for a year from CPS custody.
Wow, this girl was missing for a whole year. You know what I mean? Like, where the hell was her parents at, though, guys? Smash that like button if y'all think it's crazy that the parents, like, the parents have to be held accountable. How the fuck was you a little girl missing for a whole year and then ended up in Hollywood? Bible. That's got to be some crazy motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? These parents have to be held accountable. You know what I mean? We're not talking about adults. You don't have to be accountable for an adult. That's what makes you an adult. That's why you have ID. When you're 18, you can buy cigarettes. When you turn 21, you can buy liquor and cigarettes. When you turn 25, that's when you're considered a full-blown adult. Now, when you turn 25, I forget what the fuck. It's some shit you can get when you turn 25. How the fuck I forget that? Bro, it's a Bible. You know what I mean? But it's something that you get when you turn 25. That's when it's your official complete tissue of a full-blown motherfucking adult. You know what I'm saying? But we talk about kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Everybody, when I was younger, they let it happen. When I went into foster care, nobody did anything. Nobody called to check. I was missing for a year from CPS custody. I ran away and made a choice myself when I was auctioned to Russia. I was like, that's enough. They're gonna kill me. I tried to tell my social worker, it's still in paperwork. I called the supervisor. We called ombudsman. They're going to kill me. Can y'all help me?
wow, this is crazy. Now, this is not a joking matter, dog. She said she was auctioned to Russia. Like, they auctioned her off to Russia. Guys, please smash that like button. Put your prayer hands in here. Like, this is Crazy, man. So I'm so glad that 50 Cent got with her, probably got her somewhere safe. Cause I know when she speak out, it's gonna probably top all the celebrities 50 Cent got. You know what I mean? To have a real victim like Survivor that was a young girl, trafficked and all that, that's crazy.
And paperwork. I called the supervisor. We called ombudsman. They're going to kill me. Can y'all help me? You keep talking, we'll ship you to Arizona and nobody will ever find you. I said, all right.
Wow.
Make a choice myself. I went missing for a year. No one came to look for me. You could tell the people who gave a damn because those are the people that are in records that called.
As a previous social worker, I can tell you the easiest way to get kids put into trafficking is they'll just take the kids, they will groom the kids, and then when the kids go missing, CPS says the foster parent's responsibility, if your foster child goes missing, is you pick up the phone, you call 911 and say, I have a foster kid, they ran away, and that absolves you of any responsibility. So anything that happens to the kid from that point on is no longer your responsibility. It absolves CPS of the responsibility, and nobody bothers to look for the kid. They will not allow you to hunt for that kid.
They took me out of the missing kids network real quick.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. They took her out of the mid. So did you hear how they broke it down? Like if you in a foster home and you run away or whatever, you being mistreated and abused in the foster home, like they tell you, like you're not allowed to even look for the foster kid because it's like, look, that motherfucker ain't mine anyway. Like that is just a horrible. It's some demonic people in the world, guys. Like it really is. You know,
Responsibility. So anything that happens to the kid from that point on is no longer your responsibility. It absolves CPS of the responsibility, and nobody bothers to look for the kid. They will not allow you to hunt for that kid.
They took me out of the missing kids network real quick.
So a lot of missing kids are labeled runaways, and nobody ever knows what happens to them. CPS is the big pharma for children.
Nobody holds them accountable at all. They can't.
There's no oversight for CPS except the ombudsman, which is very, very loose and that's not an oversight.
that's crazy. And that girl, she was in the Rihanna's video. If you go to that video, who gonna run this town tonight? You're gonna see her in the motherfucking mask, but you're gonna recognize her face in the Rihanna's video. Run this town tonight. That's crazy. Like my woman told me this shit. We went back and forth. I'm like, that little motherfucker ain't in that goddamn video. Pure the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, she are. Yeah, I said it. She are. Yeah, I said it. She is. And I looked at it and I was like, damn, you're right. She is in that video. So to just go and get lost off like that, like I said, Diddy Glover, I'm not blaming you for everything. But the fact that it's so many people that you allegedly had done dirty. So it's really hard for people to feel bad for you right now. And people will tell you, they got mad at me. I was like, free Diddy Glover. Because I felt like they was doing him dirty. This was a business thing. You know what I mean? But then when 50 put that documentary out, it reminded me the shit that I forgot about you. And I'm like, oh no, you did people terribly. You got the time you supposed to get.
Makes sense. But you knowing Diddy personally, do you think it's possible he might take his life?
It takes a certain individual to prepare himself to do a lot of years in jail. From the lifestyle that he had, I'm not saying that he can't. I just don't see him able to do time behind bars. Maybe if he be in a camp type situation, that's a possibility. But based on the lifestyle and what he's done and what he's accomplished, if he had to go behind those bars for a lot of years, I think that he may commit suicide.
Wow. So everybody put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that whatever 50 Cent got in this part 2 documentary, because Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, Ben said this. He got a major point. He said if Diddy Glover got to do a lot of years, he will probably take his own life. This is what Gene Deal said. And if 50 Cent got information like alleged Kim Porter stuff, the Tupac stuff, he has a lot of shit going on right now with some mysterious deaths and things like that. And Diddy Glover might got that on his mind. Like, damn, if 50 Cent put this out, that fucking documentary is already still #1 in the goddamn country, in different countries. The Netflix joint, and it's been 3 weeks, and it's still the top thing people talking about. Diddy might know, like, yo, he might get a freak off nail in the coffin. So I don't know. Like I said, Diddy allegedly tried to unalive himself. I don't know if this is true or if it's not. If it's his people trying to tell him this to get people on his side, I do not know. But I won't put it past the fact that Diddy is very stressed out. I won't put it past.
But based on the lifestyle and what he's done and what he's accomplished, if he had to go behind those bars for a lot of years, I think that he may commit suicide.
Wow.
He do an Epstein.
Why do you think he pulled a Russell Simmons?
That's crazy. And these is people that know Diddy saying, look, I think Diddy is going to pull a Epstein. But they said Epstein is still alive, right? So, I just don't know if they'll let Diddy, look here, let us pay you so I could fake my death. So I could fake my death. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I do not know. But I know King Combs, Diddy's son, came out and threatened to slap 50 Cent. So if that little tiny little motherfucker think he could beat 50 Cent, then he must know that he got some shit that can get his dad life in prison. King Combs threatened 50 Cent's life just yesterday. It is the groove slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm. It's just a little something to break from a not need of all that hardcore dancing. It's gotten to be a little bit out of control, school to dance. What about the groove, the smooth, the move, romance? Give me a soft, subtle mix. And if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. And think of the summers of the past. Adjust the bass and let the alpine blast. Pop in my CD, let it run around. And put your car on cruise and lay back, cause it's slapping time. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all get them likes up. That's the first thing y'all gotta do that I need y'all to do during survival. And make sure y'all hit that hype button. This is hilarious. King Combs is literally threatening to slap 50 Cent like Will Smith. Pure survival. I'm talking about facial skin. He's talking about slapping the facial skin off of motherfucking 50 Cent. The boy is on those freak off meds. I don't know what it is. Because King Combs is like, what, 200, 300 years old? But his mannerisms is like he only 6 months. You know what I mean? The boy literally said that he wants to slap 50 Cent like Will Smith. I don't know what to say. I done made fun of the boy. Like, I'm waiting for 50 Cent literally to put one of my videos on his Instagram, Pure Survival, at 50 Cent, my TikTok video. Because I'll be tearing King Combs up. 50 Cent, you know that you're the my because my dad took your girl, and that's why you saw outside. You are making documentary, talking all this trash, knowing damn well that you're the man because my dad didn't sign you to his record label. You wanted to sign with my dad
That's why you saw outside. That's why you saw better. And matter of fact, I gotta change my butt. I don't know where my diaper's at, but I gotta change my butt. But you just mad at my diaper. I'm telling you, King Combs is a crash dummy. He's a total stone cold crash dummy. Bible. Soon as I start to feel bad for King, like, oh, Jamil, you've been picking on a motherfucker, and I'm about to take my foot off his long Tootsie Roll neck, but then this came out. Everybody listen.
Then we had King Combs says, on my dad, if I ever see 50 Cent, I'll slap him. Now, of course, 50 Cent responded to that. But he basically said, like, pipe down, little man. You know, like, basically, you're living off a legacy. It's like, you know, you didn't earn this. You were born into it, you know?
Exactly, guys. So 50 Cent told King Combs to pipe down. But I know that he's going to hit him with the nuclear freak-off bomb. Pure survival. 50 got, Jim Jones, Mano. He's still cooking them. Fabulous, Davies. He's cooking them right now. But I guarantee you, King Combs posting on his Instagram that when he see 50 Cent, that he's going to slap him. So you gotta know he's gonna fire his ass up. And I hope that 50 call me on board. Call me on board, 50. You know what I mean? I will help you take out the freak off trash. And I know you don't need nobody help. But I would just love to volunteer, you know what I'm saying, during survival. Not after survival, 50, but during survival. But I don't know, like, King Combs already made a diss record. He already made a diss record. Well, his second diss record just came out. Actually, he made the first diss record talking about the feds didn't run in the right house, snitching on Diddy. And now you just making it worse for your dog. You're making it worse for your dog, King Kong. That's what you're doing. You're making it worse for your dog. And if you listen to King Kong's diss song, listen to the diss song he just came out with today, this morning.
My dog, I miss my dog. 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 And it makes me sad. 50 Cent keep talking, you gon' be die. Soon as I come, me and my dog. You just mine cause you be hating. But I'ma keep waiting cause we gon' be patient. 50 Cent, you better watch your back. Cause like Will Smith, you gon' get slapped. As soon as I see you, I'ma bring it home. Cause nobody talk about my daddy King Kong. I'm the best rapper that ever touched the mic. 50 Cent, I'ma ride on like a bike. I don't even care. Sister, everybody trying to say I'm dating my sister. Everybody better leave me alone. Cause I am the best on the microphone. A King Kong, and you the mom. Because you can't be like me, I'ma die. 50 Cent, take that and take that. Take that and take that. Cause I'm a Diddy bop. As soon as I slap you, you gon' call the cops. I miss my dog. 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 And when y'all talk about him, it make me sigh. The boy had the nerve that got me learning the damn song, Pure Survival. He said he misses dog. So King, if you miss your dog and you want this stuff to stop, why would you open up your freak off lips? King! You know what I'm talking about? King was just on an interview last night and they asked him, how do you feel about 50 Cent cooking your dad? Like, how do you feel? King Kong was like, I'm not worried about that. I didn't want to talk about that because I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about what he said about my dad. You know what I'm saying? He said he moving to Africa. King Kong said, I'm moving to Africa. I always wanted to go so I could be a part of my roots. I wanted to go because I wanted to see my roots. This is what he said. And I was like, God damn it, King, please say something stupid about 50 Cent so he can pull me in the beef. Feel the Bible. You know what I mean? So I didn't think King was going to say a motherfucking thing. And then, Lord, behold, the boy never seems to fail. Never seemed to fail me. Because I was like hoping for King to say something, guys. Like, I've been doing millions and millions of views trolling the bullshit out of King
for the last, ever since the documentary came out, Pure Survival, because he was saying little shit. But this one right here, this right here is the nuclear freak-off bomb that I was waiting for King to say something crazy like this, that when you see 50 Cent, as big as 50 Cent is, Pure Survival, you is about skinny as a little pretzel, and that long broomstick neck, long broomstick neck, motherfucker just mug King and his whole head will fall off. It'll just be the broomstick left, but that head will just fall off. Like lollipop, lollipop, do-walla, lalla, lalla. Man, man, guys. Let's just wait. Let's get prepared, man. King Kong said when he catch 50 Cent, when he catch him, he gonna slap him. Not punch him, not bite him, not scratch him, but slap him like Will Smith. Pure Survival. Salute! And that'll be the end. That'll be the end, guys. That was the guy Jamil talking about King Kong. But like I said, shout out to everybody, man. If you want to become a member, become a member. Like, share, subscribe. When you get out, hit that hype button. Go follow me on TikTok, guys. We over there killing shit. Diddy, I'm going to think that this is a publicity stunt. Whether you try to unalive yourself or not, allegedly, one thing's for sure, two things for certain, whether you did or whatever you didn't, I still don't feel no sympathy. Pure